Well, the project starts right away, and the festival opens July the 29th. Yes, we're going to need 2 men on the jewelry cases, 24 hours each day. That's right. It'll run 5 to 7 days. And the dignitaries will be on a loose schedule, and we'll only know the approximate times. Are you interested? Good, good. Kern, okay, K-E-R-N? Oh, that's great. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
What was all that about?
It's a security project for the Arts Festival.
And we're providing the security?
Amanda Barrington called, and she wants us to provide protection for an exhibit of very rare jewels.
I am not going to stand around guarding a couple of diamonds all day long, believe me.
I know, that's why I'm making these calls. We can subcontract it.
That's good. It's very good. I'm very proud of you.
Well, thank you.
There you go. Now, would you please explain to me why we're meeting here in my office?
Things were just getting a little too busy for my taste at the Brownstone. People coming and going. I just figured it'd be more private here.
Hey, well, never mind that. What did you find out?
All right. I saw C&L Bell. He confirmed all of our suspicions. He did make the music box for Frisco, and it was forwarded on to Washington.
Does it have any hidden secrets in it?
It did have, so to speak. It was hidden in a decorative knob.
A knob?
Yeah, they put a decorative knob right here on the music box. It was supposed to look like it was functional. It really wasn't. Now, the plan was that Frisco went to Washington, removed the knob, and then sent the box on to you. It was a good plan, but Frisco never made it to Washington, so the music box was sent to you with the knob still attached.
Well, so where is the knob now? What happened to it?
Now, Princess, you're the only one that can answer this question. Do you remember anything about this knob?
Well, maybe. Now that you mention it. I mean, I think. Yeah, I think there was a knob on it when I first opened up the package.
All right, Colton, what about you?
No, I can't really say for sure. I mean, I didn't really notice the box when I first came. I was more concerned about what Felicia was going through. But I can tell you one thing for sure. That knob was not on the box when I picked it up off the floor during the fire.
Okay, then we have to operate on the theory that it was knocked off when you fell.
Yeah, but that whole brownstone was gone over with a fine-tooth comb when they cleaned it up.
Nobody said anything about finding a knob or anything.
Yeah, I mean, somebody must have found it. I mean, the question is, what did they do with it? I mean, did they keep it? Or did they throw it away?
Yeah, then there's another question. What does Frisco's ring have to do with all of this?
The wedding ring goes over the decorative knob. It opens it up. Inside is a microchip. Now, if you try to open up that knob in any other way, you're going to destroy the microchip.
A microchip. So that's what everybody's been after.
Exactly.
So what's on the microchip, anyway?
I don't know. Frisco wouldn't tell LeBlanc because he thought LeBlanc would get killed because of the information. But one thing is for sure. That wedding ring and the decorative knob are very valuable to a lot of people.
But we have the ring and not the knob. Either one without the other is useless.
Alan, why don't you just face the truth that all the acclaim and fame that Monica has received from these outside activities has just gotten under your skin?
Because it's simply not true.
Audrey, that is unfair and not to the point.
Oh, I beg your pardon. It is the point. It is the very point. You have given Alan a chance to be a very big man at everyone else's expense, and it has gone to his head.
Excuse me, Audrey. May I remind you that this hospital is still on probation by the Accreditation Committee, and that there is a tremendous need for improvement?
Come in.
I got your message. Oh, am I early?
No, come in, please. Join us.
Well, I have certainly had my say. I don't know why I even was here. I am not a member of this staff any longer. So, I'm going. I'll see you at home, Steve.
Please sit down, Irma. Do you mind talking with Alan here?
No, of course not.
What is your view, your overall view of this situation?
Basically, Steve, I think that everything that Alan has done around here has been with the best of intentions and for the benefit of the hospital. Alan feels threatened by women and that his fears have manifested themselves during his stint as administrator.
Thank you, Doctor. How much do I owe you?
Just a little professional courtesy. May I continue? I think that Alan feels threatened by very successful women. by women who are able to handle more than one job at a time.
Like Monica trying to be a wife and a mother and a surgeon and an administrator?
Exactly like Monica. And who was the kind of lady who was smart enough to know when she had taken on one project too many, backed away without any trauma. The same with Audrey. And neither of these women feels the need to dominate or try to control the circumstances around them. They don't feel threatened. On the other hand, Alan, you do.
Really? Is that it?
Alan, I asked Irma for her opinion, and she was good enough to give it. And I think we've accomplished all we can at this meeting.
Agreed. Irma, instant psychoanalysis is not only irresponsible, it's dangerous.
Now, Willie, tell me, after the woman left, were there any other visitors?
Well, a guy drove up, and come to think of it, he parked way down from the entrance, too. And I watched him walk back along the sidewalk, and he goes up to the door of the room and starts knocking, and he knocks maybe 2 or 3 times. And then, all of a sudden, he just sort of looks around and leaves. I mean, wasn't much after that you showed up.
Now, you ever seen this man before?
Sure have. That's the fellow that knocked on the door and left.
And you're sure that that man never went inside?
The next person to enter that room after that leggy blonde was you 2 guys.
Willie, I want to thank you. You've been very, very helpful.
You're okay, Commissioner.
Thanks a lot, Willie.
Well, Baldwin, you're off the hook. But Lucy Jones, you lied to me.
Now, what about this mystery lady?
Yeah. Who was that leggy blonde?
You know, Felicia, honey, you're absolutely correct in saying that the ring and the knob are very important as a set. But let's not forget that we seem to be the only ones with 1/2 of that set, which means I'm going to have to talk to you about that wedding ring. But before I do that, I would like Colton to explain to me just why in the hell we are meeting in my office instead of the brownstone.
Well, like I said,
Yes? Let's play follow the leader again, okay? Yeah, come on in. We're in here.
Well, I thought you were supposed to be on a cruise down south somewhere.
Oh, I was. It's great. Just got back.
Oh, I bet. Both must have had a ball.
Yeah, well, it was a ball for me, that's for sure. By the way, I think I have some news for you. A friend of mine may have tracked down the people who made the music box. I'll have all the details in a couple of days.
Really? Well, I think I have a piece for the puzzle myself.
Oh?
Yes, the company that made that box is C.N. Albel.
How'd you find that out?
The WSB finally came through for us. I was about to give up on them.
were they able to tell you any of the names of the people associated with C.N. Albel?
No, unfortunately, only the company name.
Well, maybe my friend will come up with a name or 2 for us. But in the meantime, I've got to get out of here. A lot of things to do, and I still have to run this investigative shop we got going here.
Right, and I have to make arrangements for the Arts Festival security.
Oh, hey, I need to go by the studio. If you're going that way, I'd like to bum a ride from you.
Okay.
Felicia, honey, that reminds me, you better bring me up to speed on this security project. Could you stick around for a couple of minutes?
Sure, yes. Listen, Sean, can we talk later?
Oh, of course, Colette. I'll be at my apartment all afternoon.
Great. I'll call you. Bye. Have a good
See
day.
you. Bye. So, Felicia, just how far along are we with this security project for the Arts Festival, huh?
Well, I have several names of people that are interested. Here, I have them all checked off right here.
All right. You two meet me in the brownstone in 20 minutes. Be careful when you leave here. Make sure you're not followed.
Okay.
Now, there's not one set of prints in that room that could either belong to the blonde or the first guy. Now, either they didn't touch anything, or whoever snuffed out Butcher wiped their prints, or...
We just haven't found them yet.
So we send the lab boys back in and we do it all over again. You especially concentrate on that doorknob. Now, I know I'm going to hear a scream from here to Kansas when I make this.
It's all right, it's all right. I'll do it. I'll wear a set of earplugs.
All right, and listen, tell Sam to run another neighborhood check. Ask questions concerning a leggy blonde and a guy in a gray suit, all right?
Righto.
And tell us you done good.
Will do.
Scorpio.
Hi, Robert. It's Bobby. We haven't talked for quite a while, but I was just wondering, do you have any new leads on my fire?
None, love. And I'm convinced at this point that Butcher did it. But now that he's dead, there's not much more information we're going to get from him. So that lets Baldwin off the hook, by the way. Butcher was probably our only link between him and your fire. And as far as the fire of the murder was concerned, I think Baldwin's just got himself a nice fat alibi.
This room certainly looks perfect, doesn't it? You'd never be able to tell there'd been fire here.
I know everybody did such a good job. I think it's beautiful. Except for this. This needs to go back in the kitchen. Hey, Tiffany, how's your job going at Duke's?
Oh, it's going just great. You know, I worked there the other night, as a matter of fact, and they really seem to like me. They said that they'd get me back. Right here is Raquel.
The music box is right here.
All right, come on, you two stop wasting time. Let's go, huh?
All right, he's right. When I get it down.
Prunella?
You know, it just might be my imagination or something.
What?
But I could have sworn I heard someone out here.
We're both here during the reconstruction. Now, what are they going to do with all of the refuse, the garbage, and everything else?
Well, obviously she wasn't trying to hide the fact that she was here.
Would you like a soda?
Yeah, fine.
Thank you.
All right, now we have to put our heads together and try and figure out how we're going to retrieve this knob. But before we do that, why don't you just fill me in on why we met in my office this morning?
I don't know, maybe I'm being paranoid. It just seems that every time we learn something, somebody's gotten there ahead of us, you know?
Why? What happened?
Okay, this morning, you called, Felicia left. I went downstairs for a couple of minutes. I was in the kitchen, and when I came out, Bobby said that Prunella was upstairs in the apartment waiting for us.
So what? It only proves that she lives in the building and she's a busybody. So what else is new?
I don't know.
Unless you think that she might...
I don't know what I think. It seems to me, somebody comes over here at breakfast time, right? Somebody I don't know. And then on top of that, she comes right on the heels of your phone call saying you're coming over with some important news, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but come on, Prunella. I mean, after all, she's Robert's cousin. She stayed at my place with...
Yeah.
Now, actually, you may have hit upon something here. You know, it seems that everything concerning this case centered around this apartment here because of Felicia's involvement. We got the music box was delivered here. We had the fire, the Quebec trip, and all those numerous calls to Canada trying to track down C&L Bell. Phone calls. Yeah, I cannot believe I didn't run a security check on this place. Sweetheart, when I pick up the phone, hold down the button. Okay? Ready? Mm-hmm. Bingo.
Look at that.
Cute little bug, isn't it? Certainly answers a lot of questions for us, but it raises a big one. Who the hell put it?
Tonight, it's a lesson in team sports on Who's the Boss. Then who says a man's place is in his office? Don't miss Full House, now on twice a week.